Howdy gamers, Patrick Hickey Jr. here, Editor-in-Chief of ReviewFix.com, bringing you another edition of We Play. This week out, we will be discussing Super Mutant Alien Assault on the PS4. This game is a freaking blast, okay? It's a side-scrolling shooter. If you're a fan of the digital devolver games like Hotline Miami, this is something you're going to kind of like just jump right into. And if I'm speaking fast, it's because the action is pretty frenetic. So it's going to get a little nuts out here. So you got to be mega careful. You've got to play a lot of defense. Here we go. So the thing that I like the most about this game is that even though you'll be playing like one level, because you run out of ammo and you have to keep going back to the weapon kiosks, you're going to run out of weapons and you're going to go through like 4 or 5 weapons throughout the course of the level. So we got these guys coming at us, and we got 2 guns going, so we're getting a little like Wesley Snipes on them, which is pretty awesome. So there's 2 things we're doing right now. Right now we're taking these like these capsules, and we're gonna keep depositing them in here. And then at the same time we're gonna have the ability. Crap. There we go. Damn, that thing doesn't go down. We're gonna have the opportunity to change our weapons. There's a lot of things going on in each level. The enemies are tough. None of them are like a walk in the park. The AI is pretty good. The thing that would have... Alright, you know what? I'm going to play this level again. The thing that really makes this game stand out, however, is the multiplayer. This game is a ton of fun to play in multiplayer. Okay. But the thing that sucks is you kind of... When you're playing by yourself, you can't like tell your friends like, oh, you know, watch my back, give me cover, shoot this guy, blah 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 blah. So you don't have that going on. So you've got to be very careful. And you know, it's not that it's bad. It's just it slows down the action. So when you're playing multiplayer, there's a lot of different crap. When you're playing multiplayer, it kind of adapts. I wouldn't say it adapts to your play style, but you could kind of like trust in your friends. It's a pretty nuts experience. So the thing that I really enjoy about this game as well is the fact that it was made by one guy, Chris Suffern from Australia. You see a lot of these games come out, you know, people are spending tons of dollars on games, and truth be told, you got one guy, he's got a really good soundtrack, he's got a whole bunch of different gameplay doohickeys and whatnot. This game is surprisingly deep. It's pretty long for an indie game, and like I said too, the shooting action, you can't mess it up. It just works really well. So this is a great game for like a Friday night. You don't know what to do. Instead of breaking out the old Nintendo and stuff like that, you can go pretty retro on your PlayStation 4. Like I said, I'm a fan of the character models, the graphics, the AI, like the enemies coming out of the cracks in the walls. Like, just there's a lot of small touches in here that just scream tender love and care. So if you're looking for a game that does a lot of things right and doesn't necessarily need fantastic graphics, yeah, Super Mutant Alien Assault is definitely it. So far, in terms of like indie shooters on the PS4, it's definitely like a front runner for one of the best indie games on the PS4. So, like I said, it's not the prettiest game in the world, but it does so many things right, and the gameplay is just so tried and true. That it's really hard to not like it. So the only way you could not like this game is if you don't like shooting games. And myself, coming from a long bloodline of NES shooters, the likes of Narc and Super Contra, this game kind of is like home to me.